Jamie Caldeath was feeling very alone. His body seemed to move on its own, like he had no agency, swimming through a sea of fog. It hurt to think. Delavier was somewhere in front of him, leading, voice a steady droning of do's and don'ts. Jamie was going to have to figure a way to get around those later, but for now the advice seemed pretty strict and non-interpretive. Stay in range. Hated that one. Don't tell anyone. He'd figure out how to explain to someone his current situation without words or writing. He's pretty sure Sylvia would suggest he interpreted dance his way out of it, and at this point he's just about desperate enough to take her mortifying suggestions seriously, so maybe that says something. The list went on, and Jamie memorized each one. There wasn't much time to find loopholes now, but he'd find them later. This whole thing. This could not last. Finally, he was left alone in his room, luxurious for the time and place, gilded cage and all. But being alone made it easier to think. It was true back on Earth, and it was doubly true here. He thought for a while. Portable charger, he said aloud, summoning it to him before plugging his phone in once more. He wondered how the others were doing without earthly amenities or phones or other stuff. It probably sucked. And at this point, he was glad he had at least downloaded a bunch of movies for the road before being shoved through an interdimensional portal. He needed something to get his mind off of things. There was a knock at the door halfway through the intro sequence. He sighed and paused. The door opened without much fanfare after that. Rain walked in, crown only a little lopsided on his head this time. He was already halfway through a rant by the time Jamie remembered to pay attention, as his thoughts were scattered away from his solitude. Can you believe that, Jay? Eric totally kicked my butt during sparring again. How does he do that? Maybe because he was a military general and you suck at sword fighting. Rain slumped dramatically against his bed. Ugh, you're just as bad as Thala. She wouldn't stop laughing. And Drasilia just straight up stole my sword. And they both, just at the same time, agreed I'd be more likely to hurt myself parading it around. Statistically speaking, I think they're correct. Ugh! He groaned in a very unprincely manner. Jamie wanted to like Rain. Maybe in another time, he would. He was goofy, good-hearted, and an open book. But he couldn't afford to. Hate them. Delavier's voice rang in his mind. Luckily for everyone involved, he was the most passively aggressive, hateful person in the universe. But considering the red seeping into his vision at the current moment, he didn't know how much longer that would last. He hoped they hadn't forgot about him.
It's a magical, mystical time. It's anecdotal adventures.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of City of Mist Kingmakers. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Ashley, and these are my players.
I'm Cassidy. I'm playing Mattie, the Rift of Typhon.
Tele, and I am playing Ryan still.
Ryan still. Welcome to the rare 2 in a row with the same party.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, I'm still playing Ryan, and I still don't remember his rift.
Little Lamasu. Lamasu, not the other guy that I got wrong.
Libulan.
Libulan.
And I am the Rift of Lamasu. Okay.
I'm Sonya. I'm playing Emma, the Rift of Athena.
I'm Juno. I'm playing Jane, the Rift of Spike Queen Hera.
Accurate on all counts here. And last time on Kingmakers. So Matthias had some character development.
And then he didn't.
And
Negatively.
then I kicked that character development down a hill into a dark alleyway where it was promptly murdered. Anyway.
In cold, hard blood.
Well, assassinated. That was a hired hit. Anyway. Other things happened too, like Jane being the queen of all spite.
Mm-hmm.
Kai being back introduced into the story, and Emma also being a queen of spite.
Not a queen.
Ryan
Not a
trying really hard to be a good boy.
Oh.
Autumn trying
Okay.
really hard not to murder Matthias. Nina trying
Not
really
a lot of
hard
drama.
not to murder Jane and Emma at the same time.
And Matthias making his move on Kai.
Which Ryan fully supports.
And
course,
Jane
of course.
catching that. And Hera deciding, oh, honey, no.
By his move, Matthias throwing a flirty comment
Yeah, just
on
said
Kai.
one flirty
then-
line, and immediately
and then walking away.
overprotective Jane was like, there will be blood.
There will be blood tonight.
Exactly.
I wonder
And then
what's going on
and
with
then everyone had
Matthias
a
right now.
and then everyone had a secret meeting away from Matthias, who must I add doesn't sleep, so they had to be real sneaky. And we'll pick back up in the morning, and everything's fine. Ignore the fire.
Ignore the fire.
Okay, hold on. What fire? There was a fire?
Exactly.
Exactly. Keep thinking like that.
I'm sad I didn't use this song last time because it's literally called Midnight Meeting. And that would have been perfect. I didn't think of it at the time, so I'm using it now. But everyone wakes up. Not to the sun, but to whatever they wake up in the underground city of Laristus. Day after a huge festival. A day that seemed to go on for quite a while.
Too long.
So, what's everyone up to?
Ryan's braiding Autumn's hair.
Oh, who did you house? Who did Ezekiel sleep with? And who did you give him to? For your comment that Matthias and Ezekiel did not sleep in the same room.
Oh.
He probably would have had him room with Alyssa.
Who's on my team again?
They took all their stuffed animals and made a fort.
Aw.
You come into a stuffed animal fort guarded by the rainbow plus of dragons. Stuffed animals.
Scoop him up and we go do our thing.
Alyssa is super excited to show you guys the swimming pool after food.
My group's mission is Alyssa, right? So we would be probably there.
Yeah, and the Matthias group is
Who's in my group again?
Lincoln Forward. Nina, Lucille.
Oh, I have Nina. Lovely.
I can't remember who you picked. I did not write it down.
I chose Nina and Lucia, I think.
Then you'll also get Mara as well. Fourth.
Lovely.
Ryan, Felix, Kai, Gabriel left.
Hazel.
Hazel.
Yes.
Breaking up the sausage fest.
Hazel's one of the boys.
But there's this huge breakfast laid out. Irana is, when you guys come in, helping setting it up.
Lovely.
Loristis is watching her with a bemused smile as she, really try, like, you walk into her, like, slowly turning a bowl so it's the most aesthetically pleasing angle it could be. And they're just silently laughing. She kind of looks embarrassed being caught in the act of perfecting her dining table when you all walk in.
Oh, I hope you all slept well. Matthias, are you doing all right?
Yeah. Doing fine. Thanks.
Do you have a favorite morning drink?
The tea was really good.
Tea it is.
And she'll hand you a cup of the same.
How pleasant.
Okay. Hold on, no, I need to... I can do this.
Have a milk.
Of course, and she waves her hand and a servant brings it up.
Matthias rolls his eyes.
You like some milk too?
Nope.
Get closer to your mic.
You okay, my dude?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Need to talk?
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
I sit next to Nina and Lucille at the breakfast table.
I would like to make sure that Matthias because Matthias would have been there early. So he wants to be in between, what was her name? Tharna?
Tharana.
Tharana. So he wants to be between, Tharana,
Thranana.
between Tharana
Thranana.
and Ezekiel.
Doable.
Jane is gonna be super nice to Matthias.
Alyssa will actually sit on the other side of Ezekiel, claiming that spot very quickly because they woke up at the same time. And seem to be animately talking about some sort of dragon kid game.
In that case, Brian will be playing
I'm liking the seating chart we're forming.
I'll sit with Autumn. Wherever she's probably next to Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be with Nina and Lucille away from that.
Yeah, on the other side of the table where the sane people are sitting.
Yeah.
Did you just call Emma sane?
And Kai will sit neutrally somewhere in the middle of that.
Alex wants to be exactly in the middle.
Nina will be on one side of him.
Ryan on the other.
Yeah, and then Autumn, and then Eugene.
Lovely.
And then Nina, and then Lucille, and then you, Emma. So you're the because
yeah, because I
as
don't want to be
possible on
next
that
to
side
Nina.
of the table.
Jane is gonna be sketching, like dessert ideas, random cloak ideas, just absent-minded.
You all asked about leaving today, so last night we asked the Wyvern Riders if they wouldn't mind helping you fly to
A more easily shipped location to get a boat to sail around.
We'd rather not leave yet.
Oh, if you'd like to stay, of course that can be arranged as well. We're happy with that. Make no secret of that. I love to host guests. Do you have plans on what you want to do today? Just explore the city?
Explore the city would be nice.
Do you need a guide, or do you just want to take off?
I think I turn to the field.
We'll be fine on our own. I can show him around. I know the place good enough by now.
Perfect. Because, believe it or not, Jess and I do have actual jobs. So, maybe be a little on the busier side today, helping with the cleanup of the festival and all that. Getting things back into working order so it's not all party. I wish it was all party. Especially with the moot coming up. Big meeting to prep for. Between all of the major cities.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's quite a big deal. Minos called it early this year.
What is that about, the meeting?
Yeah. It's just how is your sitting doing, big world event, and all any huge changes. Probably something on his end, because he called it early. Maybe something to do with you all. You are quite a
Mattie
big
will lean to Alyssa and be like, maybe that's what you're waiting for.
You're a genius. You are a genius! Can I go? Throttle will look like, wait, what? Bring a small child to a political event? What? Panic for a split second and then completely behind a stone wall. Of course you can.
Actually, I think it would be good for us to go as well.
Of course.
Know more about the Denal.
Yes, you'll know all of the cities and get to know their leaders. It's a perfect idea.
That's a good idea.
Knock, what is the phrase? Kill two birds with one stone?
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
It's next week.
All right.
Lovely.
That should give us plenty of time to learn about your city. And
Matthias visibly looks a tiny bit smug. Like, Ryan would probably pick up on it. I think Ryan would pick up. I think Ryan might be the only one.
Hazel would probably pick up on it, and Lucille can sense it from across the table. She's got coach senses. She knows when anyone's feeling smug in a 5-mile radius from her.
I raise an eyebrow at Lucille.
I fear Lucille, because Lucille will be like, what are you feeling smug about?
Lucille is pretty far seated away from you at the table, but you do you feel the coach, gaze. It is a very specific gaze, and you felt it for just a second before it turned back to conversation, seeming with Emma.
Jane will pipe up. Though a week might be a little bit more time than we have to spare. You see, other comrades of ours are in danger, and we really can't waste any time getting to them.
Of course, if you need help getting to them, and if you have time to make it back, we'd be happy to host you then as well.
It's a lovely idea.
That would be great. Yeah.
Yes, we understand that you do probably have to go see other places. As much as we'd love to keep you here all to ourselves.
How far is it?
I'm afraid it's rather far away.
The Denal is very spaced out, and if you want to get back to the mainland, it's a bit of a journey. But there are faster ways to get places. I could put you in contact with the Scouts Guild. They have the fastest ways to get in and out of the mainland, as that is their entire job. As Orikar, we don't venture close on principle, so can't do much to help you there, but arrange transportation for other people to help you.
I think that would be a good idea. We could travel and meet up with our friends and then come back here right before the meeting.
Yeah, totally.
Of course. Whenever you want to get that set up, just let me know. We have the Wyvern Riders on call, and I can get in contact with the Scouts Guild fairly easily.
I think it would be a good idea to at least give us a day to enjoy your city before we meet up with our...
Of course, and if you... Oh, I should probably give you a map. That's probably important. And she'll hand you a basic map of the city.
Lovely.
Be careful about the tunnels in the back. That's where our mine is, and it's quite easy to get lost. It's a little bit of a maze back there. On the best of days. We usually send satellings in to do the mining, so...
Okay.
Well, that was a lovely breakfast. I think we should go.
Of course, Alyssa, I believe you said something about wanting to go to the pool today. Pool! Yes! We're teaching Ezekiel how to swim, right?
Actually,
Absolutely.
Alyssa,
Yeah!
Juno, you're really lucky. You got to go to the pool.
Alyssa, how about we go to the pool for like an hour or so, and then there's some things I want to discuss. You know,
What
it
things?
is our purpose to be here after all. It's our purpose to be here after all.
That it is.
So I think we should discuss it.
Yeah, can't be all fun and games. But Zeke's like a rift too, right? So he's a kingmaker too, right?
Mattie gets a whole, panic crosses his face, and then he just goes back to stony face, and he goes, no.
Oh, maybe because he became a rift when he was here? Yeah, that's probably different. Makes sense to me.
As is a rift?
Yeah, that's what happens, apparently, when children get kidnapped for some reason.
Getting kidnapped's not great, Alyssa says.
Kane will agree on that one.
Most of the time, except where it's exactly where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's not really kidnapping. Then it's just free transportation.
But Alyssa, no, not everyone here wanted to.
But I wanted to, and I got here.
And if this is where we're supposed to be,
Lucille, Nina, shall we go?
Yeah, I'm feeling a hankering for exploration, Nina says, and will stand up and stretch. Lucille nod. Yeah. No offense, Nina, but I do not trust your directional abilities. I'll lead. She'll grab the map. Yeah, that's smart. I probably couldn't map my way out of a paper bag.
Waves to Nina as they leave, and we'll turn to the queen. If we're going to be swimming, I'm not sure any of us have the proper attire for that.
Oh, of course that can be arranged. You'll find it when you go back to your rooms. You can arrange that right away. Just ring the bell and tell the servants this.
Wonderful, thank you.
Wonders of magic, clothing can be prepared very quickly.
All right, Alyssa, shall we go?
Pool!
Let's go get ready, and then we'll meet each other and all head together, okay?
Okay.
High five, sir.
She'll high five you excitedly back and go run off and get ready.
She'll turn to Autumn and the other people in her group. I think
it seems like everyone but Emma's group is going to the pool because 2 of the assignments are at the pool.
Matthias is going too, because Ezekiel's going.
And Ezekiel's going to learn to swim too, so yeah, I assume so, unless said otherwise.
You ready to learn, little buddy?
Yeah.
Swim.
Alyssa is talking about swimming all day, and it seems cool.
and you need to get good at it, because how else are you going to be a super awesome magic pirate?
Heat magic pirate. Yeah.
Can Matthias get in the water, though? Like, out of character.
Yes. Yes, he can.
It turns into a hot tub when he steps
it
in.
slowly turns into a hot tub. Not quickly, slowly.
Yes.
What's the
And
route today?
if he gets his hair wet and he comes up, he gets a nice little cloud of steam collecting around him.
There's a hiss when he goes under.
He can just make it a hot tub or like a sauna.
Yeah.
If it's a small enough pool.
It's a really big pool when you go down to see it.
Yeah.
Then it'll take even longer for it to heat up. So.
It's a castle-length pool.
Yes.
Oh, geez. Oh, I love that. You gotta say that out loud.
Okay.
Oh my god. No, that's so uncomfortable.
You'll be in the pool kind of slow heat is my question.
Everyone just kind of avoid Matthias.
You won't know if it's Matthias or the kid.
Yeah. Do they have chlorine in this? No.
I don't think so. Oh,
It's a salt water pool.
Perfect.
Which is odd because their ocean's not salt water.
Is there
They
any
know
kelp in the
their
pool?
sanitary methods. They
Is there
don't
any
want
kelp in the
algae.
pool?
Oh, is there? Algae or kelp?
Because I figured that's what stopped it from being freshwater. Like, how did they have this pool put in? Is it like a lake?
Magic.
With salt water?
Magic.
Just don't question it. It's magic.
It's not like a concrete pool. What does it look like? That's what I meant.
Guess what, guys? Finally got on the horror playlist.
Ooh, fun.
Welcome to happy music. I don't think I've used a single song out of this playlist yet.
So I'm assuming. So we went upstairs and changed, and then we're heading down to the pool, right?
Yeah, and it has a deepness level, so there's like a small place to start out for.
Ryan's just gonna. I imagine Ryan has one of those snap-on pants.
Sure. And you guys have like a beach day episode underground.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would like to actually a couple things. As soon as they step foot in the pool, Matthias looks freaked out, hands Ezekiel off, and then takes off running. And then I would like to call a flashback.
Oh.
What type of flashback?
Rip the happy music playlist.
It's not a happy flashback. It's a sad kind of.
Just when we get the
And then I think It Is Lost is a good song.
Yeah, if the origin of self-loathing was a sound, this is when you'd want to play it. So into the flashback. We flash back to a couple of friends talking to Matthias by a locker. At this point, Matthias has a journal tucked up under his arm. He's his backpack half on. And we know from Matthias' inner monologue that he has dance lessons after school. And he really doesn't want to miss them. His friends are approach him and are showing him things. They're huddled by his locker and they're pulling out little baggies, and they're little baggies of blue and green pills and other colors, and Matthias is just, he looks panicked. And we overhear a conversation. One of the boys with darker brown hair leans forward and goes, "Come on, man, you gotta live it up. Harriet's gonna pop soon and you're gonna get no time to do anything. You gotta have you time, dude." And then another kid, sandy blonde hair, leans forward. "Ben's right, this is our thing. Us three have done it, but you've never gone with us. It'd be a lot of fun, dude." And the third kid leans forward, deep, deep red hair. "And I agree with Clayton and Ben. But we're not gonna force you to take anything, man." And then the kid with brown hair leans forward. "Malachi's right, we're not gonna force you, but don't chicken out on us." And younger Matthias kind of leans back and is like, "Look, I got a track scholarship. I can't risk it. You guys have fun. I'm not gonna snitch or anything like that, but it's full ride. I can't do anything to jeopardize that." The three of them nod. And then we get zooms forward in time a little bit to it's dark, and we see the redhead, the blonde, and the brunette kid snickering and running towards the school's pool hall. The redhead holding a pair of bolt cutters and all of them dressed in black hoodies. They unlock and open the doors to the pool hall. Each of them take a handful of pills. And then we flash forward to what seems to be a wake. there are 3 photos up on a little altar with candles of the 3 boys who were described: Malachi, Clayton, and Ben. Matthias is standing in the background, and we get to hear his inner monologue again. And he's kicking himself, knowing that he should have just gone, and he didn't have to take anything, but he could have been there. He knew they were going to the pool. He knew that that it wasn't safe. But he didn't do anything. What good is he gonna be as a dad, as a person, if he knows something is wrong and doesn't do anything about it? And then we flash forward 2 days later. His girlfriend Harriet is going into labor. And they are in an argument about what to name their kid. And we pop back into Matthias's head. Who's having a panic attack? Modern Matthias.
And Matthias, as you run away from these memories, we continue to stay in third-person omniscient for a little while. Trailing into Matthias's memories, that same pool hall, where a figure looks on from outside, menacingly. We come back. Please react to that vocally.
Oh no, there were too many cuss words.
Alright, Ezekiel, let's get swimming!
Oh yeah, I should probably change it back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Beach Day.
Does Matthias cry lava?
Yeah.
Do you want to cry lava?
So you
Kind of.
So you make a beach out of no stones.
Sure. You
Yeah.
cry lava.
Matthias cries lava.
That's so cool. But also dangerous.
Where do you run off to?
Just out, the closest exit he can find.
Okay, we'll get back to that. Matthias team, you all see this happen.
And Jane's gonna immediately distract Ezekiel and like look at the Matthias team.
Ryan's already after him.
And we know from personal experience who's faster.
Self-loathing tenfold. My status hasn't gone
Self-loathing
away.
slows you down.
Nope.
The other one gone away yet?
Nope. They will maintain until some issues resolve themselves. Some mysteries need to be solved.
Jane's like,
That's
I
my
got
trade
this.
job.
You guys can go. Ryan can go home with ties because no one else is fast enough.
So
Alyssa.
do you want to stay with pool day, or do you want to go? We want to trail after Ryan and Matthias.
Could we get started on pool day and then like say
Okay,
I feel like-
let's start with pool day. Let's keep this happy music because I have so many songs that I'm never gonna get to play.
All right, Alyssa, you're super smart, so I bet you already know how to swim. Do you?
Yep, I'm a great swimmer.
You want to help me teach Ezekiel? I'm sure this is all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you can do the main part, and I'll help from the sidelines. How about?
Ooh, can I do the example where I show him the strokes and stuff?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
First we're gonna teach him how to save himself if he is too tired to swim. So this is like the best part of it ever.
Floating!
Floating. Yeah. You want to teach him how to back float?
Yes, and Alyssa immediately launches into maybe an overly detailed and quite complex description of how to, an adult swim coach level description of how to swim.
Oh boy.
And so Jane will put her arms out. Here. You can lie down on my arms, and then I'll let go when you're ready to float, okay?
Okay.
So she'll wait for him to do that, and once he's settled in the water, she'll draw him away.
Okay. And Ezekiel actually likes swimming. He's pretty cool with it. He takes to it like a duck to water.
Aw.
And when he seems like he's in trouble, he just floats a bit.
Nice.
To help his buoyancy just a little bit more. There will be no drowning on this day.
Jane will make sure
This
of that.
day.
This day. Well, he won't drown anymore. Now he's gonna know how to swim.
No accidental drownings, anyway.
Oh no.
Does someone start drowning?
No. The happy music's still playing.
Is Kai
Oh,
still
no.
here?
How much more disturbing would the horror moments be if I just kept this on the whole time?
Yeah.
Ashley, is Kai still there? Or did they all try to go keep up with Ryan?
I think they're on team. Ryan will run after Matthias, and Kai and everyone else is going to scout the area to make sure if he escapes, he can't get far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just, Autumn.
It's just Team Alyssa right now. Autumn will walk over. Yeah?
Well, I was actually just gonna ask, are they just chilling while I'm teaching them, or are they wanting to help?
They're willing to help if they can, but it's like more people would cause more chaos in this instance.
Okay. I think, Alyssa is basically got it covered. I'll just keep an eye on them and you guys can have fun.
Oh my god. Jane, I can't tell you this enough, but you're an actual saint.
Autumn.
You are.
I can say the same for you too. I know I'm not always this great, especially when Emma and Kai are around. Mostly when Emma's around.
I'm not that great when my sister's around, so I mean, we all have someone.
You know, I'm really glad you and Ryan are still doing so well. It's great that you're trying to help out Matthias, even though
it's great to have a positive, stable relationship in your life.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you should high-fives you. Biggest blessing. Just ask Kai out.
Honestly, I just...
Get your stable relationship, Jane.
Look,
Or someone else snags it for you. Maybe it won't be Emma.
half the time it's like he doesn't even know my name.
You've known him since you were both, like, what, 10? He knows your name. You're the childhood friend. You're the trope that always gets it in the end.
I'm the trope that always gets left behind.
You gotta have more confidence. Anyway,
Yeah.
we can girl talk about this later. Have fun with Zeke.
Yeah. You just relax. You deserve it.
Yeah, and I think if Gabriel was any less relaxed, we'd be dealing with another panic attack, so I'm gonna go see about that.
Alright. Good luck.
You too.
So she'll continue, and as Ezekiel starts to get a hang of it for himself, she'll turn
Yeah,
to...
and they mostly hang in the shallow, Ezekiel and Alyssa hang in the shallow zone where they can have splash wars without danger of drowning.
Yeah. She'll turn to Alyssa and be like, so, you're really happy to be like, you're looking for your chosen, right? Like, that's why you're here?
I know what they look like.
Oh, you do? What do they look like?
Well, I kinda know what they look like.
Oh?
It changes.
It changes?
Kinda. They're
like
the same person.
Like how Jasper changes? Or like...
A little, but like, person.
Like, can you...
Like, sometimes they're girls, sometimes they're guys, sometimes they're neither, sometimes they're just...
A fae?
No, they're, someone who lives in Laristus.
Okay. I think we should
Maybe the one who
make
would
like our
pass them.
biggest priority to try and find them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because there are like other people who need our help. And we've got to find their chosen too, don't we?
It's such a big mission! And I can help, because I bet once I find mine, I could get visions of what your guys' look like.
Yeah. So you know what you gotta do? We've got to try to find your chosen as fast as we can, so we can go get all the others.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
For viewer or listeners, Actually,
I want to say.
Okay.
I just said, oh, that person's just like me. You get to wake up and decide whether it's going to be a tit day or a no tit day.
And I laughed myself out of screen.
Yeah. Love that queer gender life. Okay. I'm done.
Be quiet now.
I'm trying.
No,
Dane
you
is trying to
won't.
like
Don't lie to
eliminate
me.
possibilities because if it's someone who's gender fluid, it broadens the horizons way too like.
Just
Way
queer
too much.
gender. Just, we don't know yet. So just queer. Queer gender.
I'm hoping.
Nice umbrella term there.
Alyssa, do you know what race this person is?
They're from here. They have the weird skin thing and the hair thing and the like floaty thing.
Like the Dusks?
No, the dust don't do the floaty thing.
Can I like? What is she talking about? Do I know?
Oh,
The
it's
orcars
a
hover everywhere. Most of them
Okay,
don't
so
because they
Oh,
could
it's
just
an-
fly.
Orcar.
so it's an Orcar. And as far as we know, Orcar. Oh well, they're entirely human, so I guess they could probably change their gender, but we don't know that about Orcar.
You kind of get the gist that each of them has like a different power set.
Ooh.
One is shape-shifting, which would make it hard.
So
Did
do
I
have
give
any-
you the hardest possible target possible? Maybe.
I forgot
It's
it.
an Orcar.
Dresdia on the end.
That
No, Dresdia's a
helps.
dust. Can't be Dresdia. Unless it's
so,
the person who disguises Dresdia to attack.
so you just know they're in Laristus, right? You have no idea where they're.
Yep. I know they're in the city. I don't know where they are, and I kind of know what they look like on any given day.
All right.
I get a
That's
little picture, so I know what they look like today, and I know what they look like yesterday.
The fact that they're an Orcar is like super great because now we can find them easier. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that means they should be more obvious.
Mm-hmm. But we're gonna have
Except
to
I
rely.
got the feeling that they don't really like being obvious.
Ugh, that makes it a little harder, doesn't it? Looks like we're gonna have to rely on your ability to tell what they look like that day.
Yeah, and I think no matter what they look like, I'll just know when I see them.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Referencing Kai in the back of her mind.
Yeah, and Alyssa actually stares right at you and goes, like Kai?
Yeah, like Kai. She'll ruffle her hair.
And she'll give you a big grin and make like a heart symbol around you.
Alyssa! He doesn't see me that way. But a girl
You
can
don't know that.
Please.
She'll sink under the water slightly.
She'll like poke her. The shark's gonna come get you!
But she'll start swimming away.
She'll turn to Ezekiel and do the same thing.
And he'll psychic power himself away to help move even faster.
Alright, we're gonna avoid the deep end because there are more sharks down there.
And from the water, Autumn will pop up and just like make a crab
Aww.
with her hands.
Totally a shark.
Beware the deep end shark!
Super scary, right?
Yeah.
They'll just continue playing like this.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect time to end this because now.
Shall we go to taking the tires down?
Yep.
Hey, Matthias, you're being chased while you're having a panic attack. How's that feeling?
Actually, odd or even?
Odd.
Okay. Matthias
Oh boy.
kicks it into gear and just sprints.
Ryan, you try to keep up?
Yep.
You're still being
Okay.
tailed.
Something I know Ryan can't do. Do I find any about 11-foot poles, sticks, or boards?
Oh, are you
God.
assuming Ryan can't pole vault? I'll watch you make this mistake. Yes.
Okay. Matthias wants to grab one and pole vault to the nearest accessible roof.
Okay, you do that. Ryan, do you want to fly after him?
Yep.
It's fly.
Ryan can fly.
Ryan can fly with huge glowing wings.
Can't run
How
away.
close?
Wait, can he actually?
Yes!
Oh
Oh my
my.
gosh. How close is Ryan to Matthias? Arm's
Catching,
length?
gaining.
Matthias isn't gonna visibly slow, but wants to let Ryan catch up.
Okay, Ryan, you catch up.
Dude, what's been going on with you?
As soon as he's within arm's length, and I'm assuming he's hovering slightly above Matthias,
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna yank him down?
Matthias would like to grab his leg and like push him down into an alley.
Ryan's gonna hold on to his
Freaking the music, oh my gosh.
Hey, if we're enacting violence, we need enacting violence music.
Ryan's
Yep.
gonna hold on to his hand and pull him down with him.
Okay, roll me a go toe-to-toe.
Okay.
Stay on the table, please. Oh, ew.
What do you get?
I got a 6.
Same here.
Okay. Oh no, this
Hey,
is actually a
Hey, Matthias.
yeah. I didn't get a 6. I got a 2.
You don't count the corruption status as a minus. That's a story tag.
I got a 5.
The self-loathing on their head. That's a status. So, we'll start with Ryan. How much do you have?
I got. Oh, how much do I add?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you need a reminder on
Yes,
any of
I-
Ryan's
I see it.
story
I have-
tags.
Let's see. Determined. Magic.
No, that can't be a tag that both of us have.
What? I looked at Matthias's character sheet and straight up copied some? What?
Determined. Communication skills. If aura and protective aura.
Imagine having communication skills as a tag.
Yep. Just to have his. That's all I need.
Who's she? We don't know her here.
That goes for everyone in this party except for Aron.
So true.
Okay.
10 versus what, 2?
5 right now. How much are you adding, Matthias?
Footwork. Yeet, because that's what he's doing to Ryan. Unyielding determination. Can't use those because he's not going to burn him yet. Strength of a Titan and body of rock and fire. So I'm up to a 10.
Alright. Golden Wing. Making an 11. And blinding and something light. That's shining. I can't read that. That's full on 12.
Matthias is. Ooh, would he? No, I don't think he would. Okay, yeah,
Would
I'm gonna
you?
leave it at 10. No.
Would Matthias
Actually-
normally? Would Matthias now? I think those are different questions.
And then I need to add 2 deafening screams and breathe fire.
All in.
So it's you both 12s?
Ryan's going all in. Add every tag.
Could you actually add a new tag? Nah, 2 of your tags don't work for this.
Okay.
Genuinely happy doesn't work for this.
Now. Strength.
Oh, this would have been fun.
Strength work.
Pretty much everything else works for it. There's just 2 tags on your defining relationship card that are more social based
Yeah, that's fine.
than pulling someone down into an alley with you based.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you're still at like a 1 or 2 more.
What about powers long forgotten?
2 more.
And up to authority?
And
Matthias is not a figure of authority by any
He's
stretch of
acting
the
like
imagination. No, he's not! You're stretching the definition of a figure of authority by every one of that. I will implement grit system right now!
No. Matthias will also add powers long forgotten.
the people know us. He knows I'm not gonna let up.
This is gonna be dangerous. But
I would like to add the minus 2 I have on Mattie.
Oh!
Yeah, the 2 hurt points you've collected.
I'm down to an 11.
You do succeed in pushing Ryan down, but you both get dragged to the floor. And Ryan catches himself before he hits the ground because he can fly. Which you didn't. I don't think Matthias knew Ryan could do that because he doesn't show it off that much. But that was like a wait. You. What?
He just started wing. What the fuck?
Angel of Justice, even in another body.
So is Matthias now cornered in an alleyway in the middle of like probably the world's worst anxiety attack?
Yes.
Boy.
Ryan's gonna back off a little bit.
I feel like the throwing him down with you was more of a reflex, like, oh, I'm in danger.
Yeah. Dude.
Matthias is going to try and scream the floating Ryan away from him.
Change the game.
Did I get a juice from my flashback?
Yes. Or clue, depending on what you wanted. What Matthias
I think I'm
wanted.
gonna go with it.
I know.
I think I'm gonna go with a clue.
Okay. This is a clue on the mysteries of just in general of things back on Earth. Things going on Earth right now. It's just something doesn't match. So you can bank that for later.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 7,
I need to roll.
and then
No. Change the game is a different thing.
Okay.
Strength of a Titan, Deafening Screams, 8 and 9. Unyielding Determination, 10.
Okay.
Powers Long Forgotten, 11. 4.
Let's say shielding.
Oh, remember your flashy bling story tag.
3. Flashy Bling?
Your ring, your pretty little ring.
What do I get to add that to?
Pretty much everything. It helps
lovely.
you do whatever you want.
Okay, so Self-Loathing brought it down, but Flashy Bling brought it back up.
Yep, and in fact, it seems to empower your abilities, makes them stronger. So
Okay.
your scream, extra loud, and I'm gonna invoke your weakness as a flaw, not as a minus. I'm gonna invoke friendly fire.
Okay.
Because everyone else is coming slowly into the area to try to catch up with you two. And you're on a public place at this point. And you've unleashed a deafening scream.
And Ryan, as soon as he starts to hear the scream, use blinding shielding light.
Yeah, you put up like the bubble of protection around you that you can do. You still get blown away by the sheer force of the sound wave. So, Matthias is given like a good 20 to 30 foot space between you and him. But you're not hurt by this at all. Other people might not be as well off.
And I have 4, right?
Mhm.
So, of course, I think I'm gonna... What would I be... Do you think I'd be giving a status or creating a story tag.
What do you think?
I think Head Start would be like the story tag he's creating.
Okay, so you have Head Start.
And then scale it up, prolong it. Yeah. I don't know what I would do with the other one.
I'm pretty sure you can bank juice.
I will bank it as well.
Okay, so got a pretty good, decent head start, as Ryan is also concerned about bystanders and probably has to deal with has to do some damage control.
Once he's done with that, he's still going after Mattie. He takes note of where Mattie goes.
When would Matthias... this is hard. I know on a normal day when Matthias would curl into a fetal position and just... But I don't know on a today day when Matthias would just nope out. Yeah. Matthias keeps running.
It's entirely up to you. Except, of course, when it's not. But we'll get to that. Checking in with Team Emma, who is also out in the wild while this friendly fire thing is happening.
We're heading towards near the mine.
Yeah, mines are on the far end of town, and you just started this walk. This just happened.
Oh boy.
Are we close enough that it affects us too?
Nope.
Okay.
This is the people outside of the tower. So,
Do I have to roll?
face danger.
Oh god.
Physical. Mainly
Well,
targeting
that's easy for me.
your hearing senses.
Hearing senses. Lovely. I rolled a 4.
Lovely. You got that 4 up to a 10?
No, but I can get it up to a 7, I think.
Okay. What tags are you using?
Let's stab wounds.
I enjoyed
That
that.
applies.
I enjoyed that one.
Owl sense. I can tell something is gonna happen. Is that
The
working?
rippling in the air reaches you before the actual sound wave does.
Exactly. Wings of protection.
Okay. Yeah,
And not just for me, but protecting the others as well.
that would be a different roll.
Can I do that?
Change the game.
Well, that's a better roll. That's an 8. Wings of protection.
You've already succeeded.
Okay. Lovely.
Just create a story tag. And with protection to protect people. Okay, so they'll got +1s on stuff. But you're still only at a 7, so you'll still take part of the status. So, deafening sound 1.
Lovely.
Your ears are ringing and maybe bleeding a little bit. You can't tell, they've kind of gone numb.
Oh gosh. Sounded like Matthias.
Everyone
Can't
else?
be good.
What?
Lucia looks fine. She didn't move to cover her ears either. She took it and just looks fine. Nina, on the other hand, just looks grumpy. She looks very deafened, but very grumpy.
Was that Matthias?
Is your friend always that loud?
No. And he's not my friend.
You're what? Casual acquaintance?
Yes.
Something
Very
you did
much.
a casual acquaintance for, run across a continent to help them save their child.
Well. Especially with his current state, I wouldn't consider him a friend.
I think being what we're thinking, mind control, is different from not being a friend. You need to get your opinions, like, in an order that is logical and easy to follow.
I would have explained that this was definitely before Mattie started acting weird.
Yeah, I need a Venn diagram of your guys' hates for each other, because it seems it has layers, you know? Like, it seems like there's layers of hate here.
I don't hate Mara or Aron, and that's everybody, pretty much. Removing the NPCs, of course.
Some of them aren't NPCs anymore.
I have no I like Ryan, because he's Autumn's great boyfriend, and now he makes Matthias uncomfortable, and I'm kind of rooting for that now.
I appreciate this.
That's great.
But Matthias doesn't need to know that. Matthias doesn't know I saw anything.
Do you think Team Matthias needs help, or do you think they need the opposite of help?
They have the most people, and I think they can probably deal with it.
Lucille will nod. If anything, I think Hazel's got the best shot. The rest of them, no offense to your pretty boy crush, don't know Mattie that well.
That's fair. I don't either. Anyway, so I noticed something while I was in Ghost State below the tower, like the basement. I think I mentioned this last night.
Yeah. Do we want to try breaking in the old-fashioned way or sneaking in?
I think sneaking in would be the safest bet.
Okay, so we're going snooping around the tower.
There. And there was a piece of paper with a little
Nina will smirk.
Alyssa has.
I can help with the sneaking in.
Alright then.
Oh, I don't know. I know Lucille's ability. We had the whole, what can you do? Here's what I can do. Talk. I don't think we've had that for everyone in our group with your guys' groups. You want to give us a quick rundown while we walk and talk?
Not quite sure anymore what my powers are.
Oh, right. The whole switchy, swappy thing.
Yeah. Well,
well, I can inform on mine, and I'm sure Lucille would love to give a spiel on hers.
Yes.
I'm the best when I'm making distractions, especially in large crowds. I can literally make people cause all the chaos in the world.
Okay.
Also, people who've done bad things have a hard time doing anything to me. And I can kind of heal, but it's iffy. Like, it's really particular on who I can heal. You gotta be a good person. And that seems hard for this group to manage.
I'm really
Is
curious
a good person
now.
by your standards, or
A good person by my power standards.
Oh, okay. Can I look at her wrist?
Oh, yes! You can see them. Her, I believe I already described them. She introduced herself. Her name's Adrestia.
Yes, yeah. And that's which one again?
She's the goddess of freedom. Put it simply.
Vengeance, nemesis.
Maybe not the peaceful aspects of freedom.
Looks cool.
Interesting.
But, like, I know I'm being a little harsh on you and all. Honestly, that's because I am friends with Jane. I have some loyalty there. But I really have no dog on this fight. I'm rooting for Kai. And honestly, I don't know that that means I'm rooting for either of you.
Honestly, I sometimes
I'm
feel
definitely
bad for
not
him.
rooting for Matthias. He's a mess. I've barely met him, and I know that. I knew that before I met him. I knew that from seeing, like, first glance, that boy, therapy.
That's good. Yeah.
But that's what I think when I meet most riffs. It's just, that person, therapy.
I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have our rift.
Yeah. I think Mary Kate got the right idea, and let's form a group club. Not about the let's investigate mysteries, but let's form a group talk club and just talk about our problems with the only other people who, you know, get it. But, like, that is why I'm in her club.
Oh, Lucille, what are your powers?
Let me put this paper away. Lucille will smirk and go, you know the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know the basic idea of you get mad and you're better at things.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the basic description of my ability, usually.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really, really good at, I guess, fighting people at the same level. My strength matches whatever my opponent is.
Okay.
Which is great, because it matches them, and then it weakens them. So I'm always the better one. It's
That's
great.
good.
It's great.
So what I figured out from my powers so far...
It has some pretty big drawbacks, but it's great. And then the other one is... Nina can do some distractions to cause chaos. I can do some distractions to, piss someone off. Piss someone off a lot. You ever seen someone really angry? True fury?
No, I don't think so. Wait. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, my only weakness is people who are naturally calm. Luckily, I haven't met anyone who's naturally calm. Except for Mercedes, but she's not here.
Mm.
And she, meditates and shit.
So what I figured out about my powers so far is that sometimes I have glowing wings and I can protect people with them. Also, I don't die as easily. I heal
Well, that's
pretty
useful.
fast. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Also,
we'll take more of don't die easy.
Also, my senses are a lot better than they were before,
That's going to be useful for detective work. You're going to be able to find the basement from outside your ghostly body.
Yep.
We can do the knock on walls shit that you see in movies all the time. It'll be great.
Uh-huh.
And I have super strength, so we can do it with 6 feet of stone.
Ooh.
That's why I asked if we want to do it the loud way, because I really could just punch down.
Let's do it the quiet way. We'd rather not draw attention to us breaking in.
Loud way can be plan C.
Mm-hmm. Shall we go find out what they're hiding in the basement? And it's coded, too. And
let's go uncover some dirty, dirty secrets.
Lovely.
And you're off to the races. Is swim team doing anything we should check up on?
I would like to. I'm gonna ask Alyssa what's so great about her chosen. Why does she really want to pick this person?
Well, you see, I don't know. I just know,
Not really. I mean, what if they turn out to be a super jerk? You just get that feeling they're gonna be the best person in the world.
The best person in the world for me. You'll all have different people.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Everyone
values different things.
What do you value, Alyssa?
Lots of things.
That's a good answer. There are lots of things to value in lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
Is Alyssa still wearing the circlet?
No. She's not wearing it if she's not in in the pool. She brought it with her in the morning, but she didn't really wear it. She just fiddled with it a little bit because it's shiny and pretty.
Okay.
And then she ditched it with her clothes when she changed into a swimsuit.
How long have we been swimming at this point? A few hours?
If we're keeping in time with everyone else, not that long.
Not long. But I feel like it would be a little different unless we run into each other or something. And they come back.
I value creativity and being able to think a lot and adjust your ideas when you're wrong.
That's a good skill to have.
coolness factor is a thing. I value cool.
Yeah. Cool, eh? You think Kai's cool?
Nah, he's lame. I don't know what you see him.
Honestly, I don't know either half the time.
She pats you on the shoulder. You'll figure it out.
So, Ezekiel,
Yeah?
you like swimming?
It's fun.
Let me know when you guys get hungry, because I really know that after I swim for a bit, my tummy starts to get the grumbles.
Yeah, it's important to eat good after you swim.
We can have some.
But not like you have some time in before you swim, because cramps.
Yeah, and you'll get a little nauseous. We can get you guys some dessert, and I want to try to make pizza in this world. I don't know. Or we could try other worldly foods.
I know they have cheese. They don't have tomatoes.
They gotta have some kind of vegetable that'll work, though. It's pretty versatile.
Matthias fist pumps at the no tomatoes. Or not Matthias, Ezekiel is like,
no tomatoes.
So we'll make something that's perfect for you, because there's no tomatoes. They have this mushroom, so I think that'll work for a topping. I don't know if you like mushrooms as a topping. What's your favorite topping?
I just like cheese.
Cheese is a good classic. What about you, Alyssa?
Well, I like a lot of things on my pizza. Mostly pepperoni.
Alright, so half cheese and half pepperoni then.
Or whatever pepperoni equivalent they have.
Yep. So that's a deal, right? You got all good with pizza?
Pizza! Going on a pizza quest!
What's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream. And Ezekiel will think for it a moment. Cookies.
How about I make ice cream cookies?
Alyssa will lean over to Ezekiel. I think I'm rooting for Jane now. Ice cream cookies. That's good bribery. Ezekiel nods along, though he didn't understand what half of that meant.
You know what my favorite dessert is?
Huh!
I'm rooting for Daddy!
Ice cream cookie cake. It's where you get two giant cookies, like cookie cake cookies, and then you fill the middle with ice cream. It's the best thing.
Both children look very excited by the idea of that amount of sugar being near them.
And sometimes you can even add a brownie layer in the middle.
You've opened up their minds to a whole new world.
When we get back, I'll be sure to make some for you. Just remind me, okay?
Okay.
Now go on and have some more fun. I'm gonna check in with Autumn.
Autumn has gotten out of the pool and has a thinking face when she realizes she can't tan. They're underground in an indoor pool.
Rip.
In a double indoor pool.
I don't have much for lights.
Yeah. Usually I can use Ryan as an impromptu tanning light. He's pretty good at it. Half of his powers involves light. It's pretty sweet.
You sort out the trauma of Grumpy Grumps over there?
Gabriel didn't even get into a swimsuit. He just came over with clothes. And a book.
Did Autumn say anything about, because she said she was going to talk to him or something.
He is persistently antisocial.
You want, here's what I got out of Alyssa.
Can I offer you a trade?
Yeah.
I'll watch the kids, you deal with tall, dark, and creepy.
Sure.
Sweet.
I think Ezekiel's at a place where he won't drown if I look away anymore.
I'll make sure that's okay. I think Matthias would... He might kill us anyway, but he might actually, like, double. He might kill us, revive us, and then kill us again if Ezekiel drowns while we are teaching him how to swim.
Yeah. Just make sure if he gets too tired, you know. You don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's been using his magic too, and I don't know, when you're just getting it, it can wear you out.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that. Don't worry. I got it covered.
I'm gonna
and she jumps into the pool and yells, "Guess what scary shark is back!"
I'll walk over to tall, dark, and creepy.
Gabriel is sitting on the close equivalent of a chair you can find at a pool.
She'll, like, peek over and look at the title of the book.
It seems to be a history book from around here.
Interested in the history, right? Thinking about your chosen?
Just learning the area.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to do. So, I really don't know much about you.
I would imagine not. I didn't go to campus very often.
She'll hold out her hand. Let's introduce each other again. I'm Jane. My rift is Hera.
Gabriel and my rift. Here the fear is a Tengu.
Like the bird person, out of character?
Yes. Japanese bird spirit. Not spirit. Demon, excuse me.
Huh.
I should be more specific. I don't imagine you'd have any reason to see me. I was the town's mortician.
Huh. Well, someone's always got to do it. I mean...
You'd be surprised.
Can I roll investigation?
Sure, and let's change out of this happy music. This feels too happy for whatever you're about to do.
Oh, bet. Oh, I got pretty good. 11, and I'm gonna add quite a bit of tags.
Have so many questions?
Yeah, I don't know this person, like, at all.
Nope, that's too mysterious. That's also too mysterious. And too heaveny.
That's like heaven, angelic.
It's
like asking Ryan about his wings.
This is good enough. I'm gonna have to put credits for all those 3-second songs I just put in, and that's gonna be great. I'm gonna have to play Guess That Second of the Song, because I don't write down what songs I'm using after. It's a fun game!
Alright. So not too badly creepy, but not happy.
No. Just whatever questions you're about to ask, I want to be prepared to give a serious answer with not the da-da-da-da-da in the background.
Woman's intuition. Studious. The right questions. Prom queen, because I know about the students of the school. Is he an adult?
He's an adult. He's the keeper of the funeral home. He's the mortician of the town. He's a fully trained adult and occasionally the forensic scientist in case of a murderer. I'm sure he hasn't had to use that credential often.
Would my favorite professor know him?
Austin?
Yeah.
Kinda. You've never met him, you've never known him, but you've maybe seen him walk to campus a couple times, because he did go there sometimes, just by the nature of all the restaurants are on campus.
I've heard gossip about him.
Probably not, actually, because probably not. Gotta be real with you. That's probably not a super applicable status, but I'm gonna let you give it to you anyway, because I want to give you all the questions you can.
Okay.
I don't like robbing information for you. And I like it too, and I want you to use it more.
Yeah, I was like...
It's just really applicable to the people you know, and you haven't asked a lot of questions about the college students.
Yeah. It's also more of like a...
I'll give it to you, because you've lived in Foxbury most of your life.
Okay. Discussion is advised, because I'm trying to do this without completely destroying him or whatever. If I uncover some tragedy like...
Emotionally destroying him, okay. Good to know.
And creative, because I'm trying to think of a way to do this that's not, like, super obvious. I'm gonna dig into his mind for information.
You have 6 questions.
Okay.
Feel free to ask me more, just to know that I'm not inclined to answer truthfully past those 6. If you can think of more than 6.
This is not going to be using one of the questions, but, like, does he look down? Like Autumn mentioned he is not. Or does he just look, does he look, like, down, or does he look antisocial?
Like, sad or depressed?
Yeah.
He
like,
definitely...
something is wrong.
Yes. And yes. And yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll use one of the questions for this. So, what's bugging you? You look real down. Like...
well, besides being transported to another dimension, which is never ideal.
She'll scoff at that.
And missing work, which is so not ideal. I'm surprised Hazel is not turning gray-haired over the idea of missing work at a hospital.
I'm sure someone will be able to cover her, and...
I'm sure someone will cover her. I'm the town's only funeral director. I have no apprentices. Not exactly a job people are clamoring for.
You know, I think I have a possible apprentice for you. Her name's Mara. I don't know. She seems kind of into all the death and stuff, so... You might want to talk to her about that.
I'll take the suggestion. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's nothing you need to trouble yourself with, I'm sure. You have probably just as much, if not more, to worry about.
Well, right now I really want to make sure everyone's okay. We all have to be in a working unit to do this, and I know I am fairly capable of handling anything that's on my mind at the moment. Spats with Emma aren't anything unusual. Certainly not.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your concern in any case.
Yeah. Well, if you ever want to talk, you can let me know. It would be appreciated too.
Of course. Probably not now.
Alright. Not much of a pool person, or do you just really want to get your study on?
Not much of a pool person.
What do you like instead? I'm sure there's something else cool we could do around here.
Reading. I'm a surprisingly boring person.
No, nobody ever said the library was lame. Please, I've spent my fair days in there. It's really quite a calming place, and I'm sure
that's because that library is run by Jasper, and I don't think that man knows boring.
Nothing's boring completely.
No, he shapeshifts every day just to get a one-over on people. It's really weird to see him when you haven't seen him in a while, because I don't go to campus that often, and you see him every day, it doesn't like add up, but when you see him after a long stretch of time, it's just like you're a different person.
Wow, that's like totally true.
It's strange.
I want to look back in the yearbook at his faculty pictures.
He makes sure his pictures all look exactly the same.
What? Oh my god, that's so sneaky.
Mostly for security reasons, just in case.
So, what made you interested in being a mortician, or was it not by choice?
Well, besides the lucrative position of holding 3 jobs in a town that had none of those options open to them previously, and had to hire out, which is way more expensive. Deciding what I should say here. I'm deciding what I should say.
Oh, you're deciding what you should say. Okay. That was a question.
I'm not much of a people person, and usually I do hire out for the funeral director part. handle the mortician and forensic and scientist part more, and I don't have to talk to a lot of people.
Is that all of the truth, or like part of the truth?
That seems to be all of the truth he's willing to share with you in your first conversation with him.
Okay. 3 jobs. What are the other ones?
Funeral director, mortician, forensic scientist.
Ooh, forensics. You're not boring. What are you
Ooh.
talking about?
Have you ever been in a forensic scientist lab? It's not exciting. You'd be surprised.
Well, maybe not to you, but...
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, so...
Yeah. So I already promised the kids I was making pizza today. Any particular topping?
I'm not a picky eater.
Alright. You coffee or tea kind of guy?
I honestly try to avoid caffeine.
That's fair.
I'll stick with water.
Crazy being trapped in this world, but hoping we can get back sooner rather than later. I'm sure everyone is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get back to your book.
Thank you. As you're walking away, though, something about the few of those phrases that he said in the conversation felt weird to you. Like, some of them stood out as, that was strange in a, what did you mean by that? Rewind for a second? Because when you implied that the funeral home wouldn't be busy, he said, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
And
like a lot of people were dying?
Or when you wouldn't have a lot of work for being a forensic investigator in Foxbury. He did a weird huh?
So then, before I leave,
And, a couple other things, did it for security reasons. Some things about those things stand out to you more than others. Not ringing a lot of alarm bells, but they've been inserted into the conversation just enough time, because Jane's socially intelligent enough that I think she can pick up on it without much of a more of a check. Also, this man's emotions are a complete wreck.
Oh, how bad? Mattie's bad?
Okay, so imagine depression was a person. And you gave that person anxiety.
Oh.
Therapy.
As Nina said, I see a rift and all I think is, go to therapy.
And so, is there something that's been going on in Foxbury? It sounds like you were really swamped, despite how I figure that the position in this town wouldn't be too bad.
Did you meet up with the group that Leo was split into?
Yeah.
Why? Because I think it's something you should ask him.
Leo, actually, he shot Felix, killed him.
He blames a couple. I feel like that's something that should have been mentioned when the 13-year-old kid just ran off.
Yeah. It slipped my mind, I guess, but I should tell everyone before we meet up.
He died? And no one thought to you mentioned that Emma died. You didn't mention that the 13-year-old child died. He puts his book down and closes it and takes a deep breath.
Right through the head.
Felix shot him?
In the brain. Leo
shot him? Leo shot him?
Yes. We put him under with Layla's spell, and we pried into his mind.
Shot him? Or something else?
Something else.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
We pried into his mind with what used to be Emma's magic. She could see into people's headspaces, you know? But after she became an avatar, I don't think she can anymore. Felix is the only one. But there's a black, monster who won't let Leo think for himself.
Dog.
Yeah.
We tried to clear it, but...
That is part of what's going on in Foxbury.
You mean he's been killing other people too?
Depends. Your friend Matthias. He's a walking flashlight or nightlight, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the percentage of people that can see through the mist? Or see through it accidentally just one time in their life? And their brains don't process it?
You mean the people who can see through the mist have been, seeing Matthias and... My God, that's so much trauma!
I'm saying your friend is a walking security threat. So is Mary Kate's occult club on most days, from what I've heard.
Has it caused any actual problems, or... By that look, I can assume
I think this is more of a thing to talk about when the group is all together, and Kainos would probably be able to add stuff to this conversation as well.
Alright. Well, I think I should catch you up on the details. Aron is the one who has Leo's gun now. And he hasn't been allowed to be awake since we found out that we can't keep the monster out of him.
Might be a little problematic. He's still a person. And keeping him in a forced coma is
Yeah.
bit
We don't
much.
We don't want to do that, but we couldn't figure out a way to get it to leave. Enough for Leo to be Leo.
That's rough.
We can't revive people. The only reason Felix is still alive is because Catalina has metal magic. She volunteered to help, and rerouted his blood flow while Hazel and I healed everything as best as we could.
Speaking of Matthias, what's up with Catalina? What have you been doing with her?
That's I think Matthias has been deliberately ignoring her.
Okay.
Being like, you're actually part of me, and we're kind of chill. I'm gonna go over here, and you're gonna go over there. But I don't think he's resorted to ordering her around.
Okay. Then she's conspicuously absent from most of the going-ons.
I figured she'd be hiding, or the Fae?
The Denal don't hate Fae.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was just because Cades is doing that, but I guess it's completely different.
Cades is hiding from the Salbana, who have a very personal vendetta with the Fae.
Yeah. Okay. We've been bad about having the Fae in PC, but there's been a lot of drama.
I mean, you've been bad about it. I've been keeping meticulous notes about what I think Catalina's up to. She's just not going to insert her thoughts into this situation. She recognizes that she puts her foot in her mouth a lot of the time, so... Ixnay on the take, making it worse, eh?
Speaking of Catalina, we should really spend more time with her. I'm sure she's not psyched about having to being dragged around with Matthias's...
Yes. The deal with Faye. We were pulled into the Denal pretty quickly. Could you give me some basic rundown on the whole thing there?
Wait, is he talking about how our group got pulled in?
No, his group got kidnapped because Gabriel, almost immediately, into the Denal. They didn't get a lot of lore on the Fae or anything. They're in the Denal! There are no Fae!
Oh, so he wants to know what the Fae are.
Yes!
Okay. Oh, this is also something we should probably talk about in a group setting. I guess I kind of forgot you guys...
rushed the group meeting last time. Need to go back. There are some things that I think everyone needs to be on the same page about.
Big thing I think you should know right now, your rift is a Fae. All of the rifts are Fae. And they're from this world, not our world.
And Fae are sentient beings that can see what's going on right now and think and have thoughts of their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'm sorry, I totally blanked on that. Oh, it said that they don't have emotions, but that seems kind of wrong because I know from the pull of Hera's power, she most definitely feels things. Like,
yeah. Most of the Fae you've met have very complex emotions. There are a couple that stand out as different to that. The Fae you met that was the Circus Master's familiar. All mischief all the time. Had nothing else.
Mouse?
No, this is a different Fae. Mouse was interesting. He was just smug the entire time. He was a smug little rat guy.
And, I'm not sure if you know this, but we have a time limit before we pick our chosen.
That would have been... No, I do think I know that. I think Alyssa
gave you the details on that?
has drilled the prophecy into our brains.
Okay.
Or at least her colorful version of it.
Yeah. But, really... What don't you know? Like...
I feel like there's more I don't than do know,
what do you know? Let's start...
Most things about the Denal. We stayed for a little while in a town near the Mirror Groves, so I know some stuff about the Candlings, and a weird amount about lumber.
Interesting.
We stayed with a lumberjack.
There's a Fae that's been chasing us.
Joy.
Silvertongue? Silvertongue? Yeah, okay. I thought that was right, but I wasn't sure. He's the reason Ezekiel got kidnapped.
So...
Wait, do we know that out of character?
It is one of the names Estrella gave you out of your three.
We think that anyway. We know someone by the name of Estrella was with Ezekiel when he was kidnapped, and yeah, she's a Fae. So
actually, now that you think about it, now that you're looking around the Denal and you know more people in the Denal, you think Estrella might actually be either a Dusk, Night Soul, or an Orcar.
I don't think she... I kind of... Do all of the dark... Are the Orcar, like, darker skinned? I don't know why, but I pictured them as, like, Enderman-looking people.
No, that's more the Dusks or the Night Souls. When you become an Orcar, you, like, bleached coral white.
Oh. Okay, that's way different than
Ghost.
Ghost. Okay, got it. Yeah, I feel like... Actually,
like, there's definitely still skin tone variants, but...
Actually, if she went an Orcar, it would also make sense, because they each have special abilities. So, I don't know, hers might have been... I don't know, I'm glad that we got the kid back. Even if Matthias and I don't get along, I mean, I'm not gonna just let a child get kidnapped.
Yeah. That would be a bad move. And I think for the most part, you gotta remember that most people here have a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Oh, also, there's a tribe called the Salbana. She'll basically give you a rundown of the different races.
So much information, he takes out like a notebook.
She'll talk about how much racism is imbued in this entire continent. And that's why it's so important that when we...
vicious cycle.
And it's how important that we pick different races of chosen and those who are, like, not unbiased, but, like, not gonna make another slave, like...
Yeah, so we pull away as you inform Gabriel of all this. We're gonna check back in with the Matthias Running Away squad.
When Ryan's like a good 30-40 feet from him, Matthias will just collapse, and this is the point where he is hyperventilating and clutching his chest.
Okay, so you've just found yourself a nice corner to have a panic attack in. Yeah, it happens.
And the manly tears of lava.
Hey, guys can cry too.
How long do you stay like that?
He just does. Longer than a normal panic attack. I'd say, unless someone approaches him, probably 35, 40 minutes.
Okay, Ryan, are you caught up helping civilians, or...?
He's gonna do the minimal because Mattie is priority right now.
Okay, then I would say, Hazel is surprisingly athletic for her profession. Like, she literally parkours up a wall and chases after.
Parkour!
Pretty much literally. Quill flips not included because they waste time. So I think Hazel would probably be the one to be there first. She's not gonna say anything, she's just gonna sit down next to you.
Matthias will grab her shoulder and hyperventilate and try and speak but not be able to, and will then grab her other shoulder and just lifeline.
Tears of lava.
And she will reach out and slowly kind of pull you into a lean hug. Keeping just one healing finger on herself for those tears of lava that keep trailing down. And the super strength that's going on right now. Just one healing finger on it at all time.
Despite his mental state, would be taking care not to crush her, but probably wouldn't be taking as much care with the tears. He probably doesn't even realize he's crying right now.
And she's just with you for a while.
Yeah, and at double the normal panic attack time, Matthias will let go and just lean against a wall and put his head in his knees and hands over his ears.
If any of the others catch up, Hazel's gonna send them off.
And then after a while, he'll poke his head up and be like, "I really hurt them bad, didn't I?"
I'm not going to lie to you. No one is suffering permanent damage. But I'm not going to say it was fun.
And Matthias will just sink lower into his self-loathing.
But I do think that Ryan maybe escalated that situation.
Of course he did. Can we just stop? He just needs to stop.
Do you feel like talking about it?
No, not at all.
Okay. You don't have to.
I'm gonna take a walk. I'll see you guys later.
She looks you up and down and raises an eyebrow. Do you want me to be completely honest with you?
No, not right now.
I don't think what you want matters in this particular situation. Grab my hand.
No.
Yes. Don't make me chase you like Autumn and Jane are probably chasing Ezekiel around playing Baby Shark at a pool.
Matthias rolls his eyes and then he puts out his hand.
Yeah, okay. Real big man. And she'll take your hand and smile at you and kind of stick her to herself. You pass out.
Really not Matthias's day.
No. But the corruption status is gone.
Thank God.
Not completely. It's just down to 1. She can't get rid of it all the way, but she can mitigate it. And you wake up a couple minutes later. Still in the alleyway. With her, fiddling with her, little blue heart pin she got. Actually, no. She's fiddling with your blue heart ring that you got. Did you win this? At one of the tables?
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of flicks it up and down. Weird. Thought my memory is better than that. You know that Hazel has a photographic memory. She has an edict memory. She remembers everything she sees.
Matthias is pushing his brain. And then he's also gonna look at his hands. Is it just like a normal metal ring?
Yeah.
That thing's... Ugh. That thing withstood a lot of heat.
I'm tired. How many years have I known you?
Too many.
Wrong answer. How many times have you seen me with a burn that lasts more than a millisecond?
None.
Exactly, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You, however, got mentally screwed over in the biggest way possible. You know that whole Alyssa having that weird mind-control-y crown thing we thought? This looks kind of similar to that, doesn't it?
Matthias will take it in his palm and will try and use his fire breath to melt it.
Doesn't work. It's blue heart, so it just absorbs it.
Yep. He will still like a storm drain near here to a sewer system.
I feel like we should Ring of Mordor this and find a volcano to check it out.
Matthias is gonna try and place it on the ground and then stomp on it.
Nope. You crack the ground around it.
Did I... Do you know if I scared Ezekiel?
No. Jane was on that pretty fast. Distraction was the name of that game.
I'll make sure to thank her.
Want to go back now? You still need that walk. What's your vote? One question. What's your vote? On the stay or leave train.
I want to get out of here.
Okay, yeah, let's go back. Mission success. You were acting really really weird yesterday.
And I remember it all, right?
Yeah.
And now that the ring is off, I'm like, that's a little irrational.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna like, oh my god. I did the first parenting no. I gave the ungrateful brat exactly what she wanted.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. You didn't ruin anything.
Oh my god. Her brother is going to kill me.
Kai might be planning your murder imminently, but it's fine. He seems nice. It'll be fast. It'll be painless.
But she thinks I'm on her side now.
Yes. And your betrayal is going to be painful.
Maybe I shouldn't betray her then.
We can talk plan back with the group.
Is this why you guys had like a
group meeting
powwow without me?
Yeah, because mind control. And yours was more obvious than Alyssa's deal, but I'm getting more confident that that is Alyssa's deal the more time we spend looking at this indestructible ring.
Matthias will like physically reel back and be like, she came to comfort me. She did it on purpose. She knew.
Which one? The Orcar woman? Well, I take that as proof. We're not in a court of law. We can take circumstantial evidence.
We need to get out of here, like, now.
Like yesterday. Like so much yesterday. Glad we came, because I feel like this group would have been in a very bad situation very quickly if we didn't. But we really need to leave.
Do you know if they are aware of how much power they have over us? Maybe, as much as it's painful, maybe I should continue to act like an asshole.
Let's have a powwow with the group so they know it's on purpose. This is gonna be harsh. But I think you should clarify when it's on purpose and when it's not.
Yeah, I should. Oh.
You haven't destroyed anything beyond repair. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. No. Wrong.
Okay.
Whatever you were about to say, that was wrong.
But I don't know.
Give me an example.
Literally, Autumn was like, I trust your judgment, babe, and then I immediately flipped a switch into mega ass.
That was called mind control, which let me tell you, not your fault.
It wasn't, like, it's not like I was like a mindless zombie.
I literally just touched you and you're better. So, I mean, like, that's the definition of mind control. Even if it's amplifying your worst qualities to 10, that's still mind control. And I'm gonna have some conversations with some people later. Don't worry about it.
Is that like a boo Matthias or yay Matthias? Like, I don't know if you're rooting for or against me in those conversations.
Well, I'm gonna try to interfere so Kai doesn't kill you.
I'm gonna straight up apologize to him.
That's a good idea. Because I don't know him that well.
I don't either.
But I get the feeling protective big brother is in the toolbox.
And I 100% understand. I'm gonna need to talk to him.
Yeah. And maybe, after I have some conversations, I think Emma and Jane might also be plotting your subsequent murder.
Was it because of the wink? It was because of the wink, wasn't it?
Did you wink?
I winked.
You winked at... Oh, God.
You know for a fact when I'm comfy, I flirt with anyone.
I know. I've seen you flirt with a lamppost. It's fine.
If they proposed to that bathroom wall, it said yes. I'm just saying, I'm that smooth.
You're very successful at flirting with inanimate objects. It's the other side of that animate that comes to a problem.
Yeah. But apparently Kai was all blushy, which seemed like a regular, normal person response. So, they're gonna take that the wrong way, aren't they?
They're so gonna take that the wrong way. Maybe just
maybe
they've never. No.
No, not with Kai. Not with Kai. I'm not gonna apologize to them. I'm just gonna flirt with everyone until they understand.
That's such a bad idea. You know why?
It's not.
Because they're college-age girls, and you are a college-age boy, and your communication abilities, you don't have them.
What? I'm great at communicating.
Do you want the itemized list?
No.
That's what I thought. You're talking to a person who literally remembers everything.
I'm liking the support I'm getting in the chat. And then there's the not support.
There's the truth. There's the flirt with everything, and then there's you're gonna get beat.
Oh, I wouldn't do everyone. There's no way I'd flirt with Ryan and Autumn. That's just crossing a line.
No, Autumn wouldn't wait for an apology. She'd murder you.
Yeah.
She'd fillet you.
Ryan would think it's bro talk.
Ryan wouldn't get it. Autumn would kill you.
Ooh, the temptation is there now.
No one would find your body.
Temptation is there now. I have ideas.
Honestly, just explain to them that that's just a thing you do, and then you can go do it. After, but establish the line.
Okay.
I believe in you. Don't make my belief misplaced.
Making me do a lot of things.
Am I?
Yes.
What am I making you do?
A lot of apologies and conversations I really don't want to have.
Are they conversations you should have?
Yes.
Well then.
That doesn't mean I would do them if you weren't here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. Oh.
It's my job to make sure you do.
Why is it your job? Why did you make it your job? Did I make it your job?
I made it my job. I made it my job.
Why did you make it your job?
She gives you the, are you the stupidest, you are the stupidest child I have ever met face.
This job has to suck.
I'm definitely not getting paid overtime.
It's not your job, though. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, most of the time. Sometimes, specifically right now, I don't appreciate it.
Oh, well.
But,
you'll appreciate it when
10
you're 30.
minutes ago.
You'll appreciate it when you're 30.
Yeah, probably. I know Ezekiel appreciates it.
Oh, yes.
Probably Harriet, but I don't think most of your healthy communication skills have made it that far.
Oh, I doubt it. They don't seem to have carried farther than when I'm not around.
Every once in a while, dude.
I know you have your moments. But the other moments outshine those. You need to make it the opposite.
I feel like this is a heart-to-heart moment, but I have a looming panic about conversations.
You don't have to have them today, because I have to have some conversations with some people before you. You need to apologize to Kai as soon as you see him before he murders you. That's number one. And that's something you were gonna do anyway, so that's the easy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanking Autumn is the
I
next...
hope he's not the kind of guy to throw punches.
I don't think it'd do much if he did. He doesn't have super strength. I feel like he'd break his hand. And I'm not healing broken bones if they happen because you get in a punch fight.
Do I take the hits to make him feel better, or should I dodge them to make sure he doesn't hurt himself?
Dodge them. I'm not healing a broken bone because he's an overprotective big brother. That's not happening. My power is finite. I cannot heal everyone.
I know.
I want to make it clear the amount of ear canals that I had to fix today.
I'm sorry.
None of them were permanent damage, and they all were recovered on the road. But I didn't want any complaints.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Honestly, easy. Some things. I'm gonna send you off to Kai first, so you can have the walk to go find him. And you can prep your apology speech.
Oof.
And I'll be back to
I
make
think
sure
I'm gonna wing it. No, I'm not.
Think it through. 90% of conversation is improvisation. Just have some thoughts in your head. Don't get stuck in whatever moment you're in back there.
Yeah.
And if you need help, next time just tap someone when you're not in a mind control situation and you're feeling really crappy, just grab a friend.
It usually doesn't, I mean, that's a lie. It usually doesn't happen around people. I should
find a way to grab
myself too.
Yes.
Should have kept that one.
No, I'm gonna take that.
I should have.
And whatever supervision you thought you were not getting from me, you're now getting it from me.
That's like a thing
we'll
that
circle back.
Said to you.
We'll circle back to this. I really wish,
no.
In some way, shape, or form, Austin was here because he has a therapist license and he's much better at this than me. But
I know who we're looking for next.
No, we're getting Jamie.
I think we all need therapy before we try to rescue another kid.
I think Austin would want us to capture the kidnapped kid because
you guys are not together. You can't have this argument.
Nope, bye. And she will send you off, and we're actually going to follow Hazel because Hazel finds Jane. And whatever conversation you're having with Gabriel when she walks in, she roughly grabs you by the wrist and drags you away. Follow, now.
Wait, does my self-loathing go away?
Yes. You and me, we need to have a conversation.
Yay, work mom to the win!
How much control do you have over your powers, Jane?
Depends.
Specifically, exactly a day ago.
Not a lot, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna tone down the personal anger I have right now at you breaking the contract we all signed. We all have a name on a contract to not use our mental powers on each other or our powers in general. And you completely breaking that.
I want tonight.
I don't care what you will or won't do tonight. You owe Matthias the biggest, fattest apology in your life, okay? Because he was already being, I think, mind-controlled by the ring thing. Didn't need to make that the most worst.
No.
So.
For that.
Apologize. Make clear, I think, the level of control we should all make clear that we have with our abilities. I've been training with my power most of my life, so I've got it pretty much in check. Maybe that's something we should have added into, the contract stipulation. Oh, yes. And she'll pull it out of her pocket, because she definitely didn't leave it with Matthias.
What do you...
This is the ring that Matthias definitely did not win at the fair yesterday.
And you're saying it mind...
I am saying that an Orcar comforted Matthias yesterday in a panic attack while we were all having a powwow about what to do about him.
Okay.
So
I think maybe Alyssa, if there's rings like this, maybe Alyssa shouldn't be wearing the crown either.
Yeah, let's just keep Alyssa away from shiny jewelry.
Okay.
For the foreseeable future. I don't know if we can stage a kidnapping of that crown, but that's on the list.
I think I can just give her a shinier one.
Anyway,
I didn't know.
Matthias is probably going to come back and deliver an apology to everyone because he's feeling super bad about everything he did today, though most of it was no fault of his own. You're going to apologize back to him?
Hera wasn't having a no for an answer.
I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care what his excuse is when he uses his powers on his other people either. I had to go around and heal some eel canals today. That wasn't fun. And he's lucky I didn't, because he was under mind control, I didn't make him go back and physically apologize with, like, gifts of brilliance to every person he hurt today. Okay. But you were not under mind control. There was a boy that you liked in visual distance of someone who flirts with everything that moves. So, like...
He hasn't been flirting with everything.
Not when he's stressed. No one flirts when there's... No one stress flirts. Some people stress flirts. I've met them. They're not great.
So you're saying he's calm now that we're in it and all of you have been kidnapped.
He's getting more comfortable with everyone. Because, you know people. Be careful about villainizing people you barely know, Jane. It's very easy to do the same back.
Not trying to, just saying. From my experience, it doesn't quite match up.
I'm sure.
But you probably
everyone has different experiences with things, and I understand that. And I understand not having perfect control of your powers, because when I was young, oh boy, did I do some stupid things with my abilities. And my abilities are not short-term stupid things. So, trust me when I say that whatever stupid little kid mistakes you and Matthias make with your abilities, I think we can get over them.
Yeah. I'll talk to him.
Yeah. I think your whole little group needs to have a conversation, because everyone else seems to be doing fairly fine except maybe Autumn. And, like, that needs to be fixed. Because we are in a dangerous situation and we don't have time for this. When we get back to Earth, you can hate each other all you like. I don't care. But right now, there's a 4-year-old in a pool 10 feet away from us. And his life depends on us getting along. So if you can't get along with Matthias, you can get along with Matthias for Ezekiel.
What do you think I've been doing this whole time?
Have you?
Yeah. Except for last night.
You guys have been doing a... Not even just last night. I've heard pretty much everything, both from you, from Adelaide. And not just with Matthias. With Emma, with Adelaide. Aron and Mara are less troublesome to get along with, it seems.
Yeah.
But we need to start putting effort on all sides. Believe me, I'm going to have the same conversation with Matthias when he's cooled down. You're not just getting us scolded because I'm in mom mode right now.
Who wouldn't know what that's like anyway?
Ooh. Be careful. Careful what you say. Well, careful what you wish for. I'm already Matthias's stand-in mom. There's going to be more.
I'm not sure if I want another one. The last time didn't go over well.
More you say. More you say. Just, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Yeah. And it's hard to do when you guys don't talk to each other that well. Seriously, Matthias was about to make a mistake that might have made you and Emma murder him. In his sleep. Together. It would have brought the group together for murder. Which is not the type of thing, he's gonna flirt and not explain it.
Oh my God.
I'm explaining it now, just in case. I'm gonna explain it now, just in case he doesn't later.
That's...
Boys. Okay, boys. Just...
How would he even
I don't know what you see in them.
Conclusion?
Don't know what you see in them.
Honestly. It's the most stable, long-term thing I've ever had. Even if it's not right.
I'm sure Kai is fine. It's just...
Sometimes.
I'm coming out of mom mode now. I apologize for ranting at you and maybe coming in a little hot on this conversation. I'm in a mood because I had to do complex brain surgery on someone in 5 minutes today.
I think Matthias.
I wish I had your healing abilities. They seem so much easier. You've never probably opened a medical anatomical book
Actually,
to study a brain.
It'd be real nice if you could give me.
I would love to give you tips because meeting people with healing powers, my jam.
It would probably be more effective.
I need a moment to come out of mom mode and get into regular person mode.
I promised the kids I'd make pizza, so.
I think I can help with that. I know how to cook, so. I can be your guinea pig for all the different vegetables we're gonna have to eat.
Nice. Sounds good. She'll peek in.
Hey,
and
on that pleasant note.
Okay.
We move away from this episode that had some real resolution to it.
Away.
Away. Bye.
It's only.
We're only gonna see it. We're like, bye. We've been recording for 2 hours now. We're over time. And I'm gonna start the end of this episode as we pull away to someone kind of familiar. On Althara. In fact, one of the first people this group ever met. Levithia had thought dying would feel more peaceful. Is she gonna be okay? The little girl's voice asked, dazed and dreamlike. Of course, the familiar sang. Look at how much fun she's having. Levithia couldn't breathe as she wheezed out pained laughter, tears trailing down her face. She's having fun? The girl asked. Yep, you're doing great, love. You're having far too much fun with this, a gruffer voice said in the background. Are you joking, Terry? No, I can never tell. Levithia was struggling to stay conscious, as all she could do was writhe and laugh. Of course I'm enjoying this. Seeing a court member like this? I don't think I've felt this great in ages. This is why I stay away from emotes like you creepy little fairy. The familiar's laughed joined her own for a while. Levithia flopped to her back as she cried and smiled. There wasn't a cloud in the sky tonight, only clear, bright stars. She stared at them and named them as pain filled her with each passing breath, and her murderer's conversation faded into the background. She could see all of them. Parents standing with open arms, her brother crying with her daughter averting her gaze, now fully grown and beautiful, her husband shouting wordless outrage at her attackers. And there, behind them all, was a woman more beautiful than anything in the world. Her body was dark, her hair was the light, and she bore a sad, heart-wrenching smile as she held out her hand, a welcoming apology already on her lips as she pulled Levithia into a hug. There was no more pain, there was no more laughter, there was no more anything. Now there was only stars. And with that, episode 27 of Kingmakers Half-Life comes to a close. I've been your MC, and we'll see you all next time.